Welcome everyone to Berkley, Michigan, everyone. Hartfield Lanes is our location here today. We're getting ready for this OAA bowling matchup between the Bloomfield Blackhawks and the Berkley Bears. We are just about ready to start this competition here today. We'll see action on lanes 17 and 18. As they get ready for the first ball to be thrown here on this Monday competition. And a nice strike to start it off for Berkley. That would be Connor Harris. He leads off this Bears squad. Blackhawks counter. Nice ball put forward down the center there, and just a couple shy. And you see there is Michael Russo. He will lead off both of these Baker games for the Bloomfield Blackhawks. And after those two Baker contests, you'll see a couple individual rounds, or 5 to be exact. Second shot delivered there by Russo, looking to pick up the spare, and does a nice job of doing that. After knocking down 8 his first time up, able to counter with the spare after the strike on the other side, but the first bowler, Connor Harris. Nice wide shot here of Hartfield Lanes. Glad you could tune into our telecast here today. The Berkley number 2, which you see there on your screen, is Ethan McFarland. Delay to wait for his partner to his right as they deliver his first ball of today. Curves on into the pocket and just 4 shy that time. Bears their first time up with a strike. Now we'll look to pick up a fairly tough spare. Blackhawks rolling it on down, and oh, that one doesn't hit anything. Some frustration on the face of Alex Alcelli that time, the number 2 bowler for the Blackhawks. Pick up the spare. 4 pins for McFarland, but can't get anything there either. So some early frustrations both by the Blackhawks and the Bears as we head into the second frame. A score of 22 on the side of the Blackhawks. We await the next Bears competitor here. That would be Josh James. Stands in the number 3 spot for this squad. It'll be James for the Bears, and on the other side, the Blackhawks, it's Brandon Nager. So Nager will step up first here for Bloomfield. There he is. And able to pick up a couple there. Clearly frustrated as he threw a gutter ball his first time up there. I beg your pardon, that was a Paul Sully, not Nager. Nager will come up next after this throw by Josh James. And quite a bit of pin action on that one, but he leaves the one up top. To pick up this spare now, we will see Brandon Nager, the number 3 bowler for the Blackhawks. Just got one that time, his first opportunity. James looking to deliver this 1 pin spare, and oh, just curves off to the left just a little bit. Nice tight shot. Into the lane there. Here at Hartfield Lanes in Berkley, Michigan. We want to thank you for tuning in. First broadcast of bowling here on CMNTV. Nager trying to pick up that spare. A few more than the first time. Scores of 31 and 20. 31 21 so far for the Blackhawks, 20 for the team that's about to deliver the ball right now. For the Bears, it's Bennett Hart, and able to slam that one home for a strike. Nice job. That's the second strike of the game for Berkley. Bloomfield will counter and look for a spare possibly on this one. It's Josh Leland. He will hold down the fourth spot in both these Baker games. With the 9 spot on his first opportunity, as that one will curve off. This is fair that time. It'll push their score to 29. On the other side, the Bears, and the Blackhawks, beg your pardon, will first ball here. Some nice pin action there as it slides to the left, and it's those final 2 pins on the nearest side. Two straight strikes now. Berkley's number 5, Buchanan, will be just 2 shy. Buchanan with an 8 here after his team got a strike in the 4th. After Buchanan, we're back up the top with Chris for this Bears squad. And able to get 1 into the 2 that time. Trying to edge for the middle of those 2 pins, but it cut to the right at the last second, just a little bit on him, and he's able to salvage 9 out of that chance for 59 total through 5 frames. So now onto the 6th and back up to the top of the lineups for both of these 2 squads. Bloomfield to throw first, it's Russo. Nice form on that roll as sees the pinfall late there on the far side. Another quick opportunity there for Connor Harris. Falls just 2 shy. Russo for the spare. Slides ever so slightly out in front there, trying to get those other 2 to knock down. Just wasn't in the cards. Now the Bears for a spare. Yep, across the middle it went. These 2 teams moving neck and neck a little bit to start this match here today. A 9 and a spare the last 2 opportunities. Now for the Blackhawks, it's Gudeman. And Gudeman falls 3 shy. He's a McFarland. A very deliberate motion. He heads up the lane. And we'll have a tough shot there. Coming up in his next opportunity. Kelly again for a 3-pin spare. Ooh, just falls short. Clearly frustrated after that one. Here's a nice look at the ball down the lane. Oh, nearly got all 4. As one down the middle, curved to the left. Knocked down the one on the outside, but just left one straight down the middle that time. Would have been a nice cap. Beginning part of this big round for both of these 2 squads. So the 3rd place bowlers only down the lane for the 2nd time here today. You're in frame number 8. Not able to knock down that one. Ball's one shy. Pushes their score to 93. What the Blackhawks result is. And a nice spare picked up there, and a pumped up man going back to his teammates there for the Blackhawks. .64 plus the 9 in the spare after that one you just saw roll down. Oh, great pin action, and he falls it down for a strike. And some oohs and ahs to my left, and some of the fans that have shown up today. There's a follow-up shot here by the Blackhawks in the 9th frame. John Thielen, once again, he is holding this 4th spot in both Baker games for this Blackhawks squad. Able to pick up that nice spare. So one of the better strikes you'll see. And a nice pickup spare there as we head into frame number 10. For the Bears, it's Buchanan. Ooh, just one shot. The pocket maybe just a little bit too far to the left that time. Tarlecki with the roll. Oh, and that just falls short as well. Pretty much the same situation there, just on opposite sides of the lane. As Buchanan will look to pick up the spare here in the 10th frame. Just off to the right. They finish with 121. What will the Blackhawks finish out with here? Oh, they get the spare. Nice job. Signed by Austin Tarlecki. An extra chance here for Tarlecki. For this frame, they had 97 going into it. Again, the Bears will finish with 121. Final roll in this Baker game. It's a 9. So the Berkley Bears able to take it 121 to 116 here in Baker game number 1. We'll be back shortly right here on CMNTV.
Pull your face mask down. All right. What about the chest guard? It looks loose. Is it loose? All right, what about the shin guards? All right. Okay. Here comes the heat. Bring it in. Bring it in. Good hustle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
So a nice look at the Blackhawks huddle, if you will, before they head out for the second Baker game here. So a bowling matchup. We thank you for tuning in. Jeremiano to bring you the call. All our crew doing a good job here in the first time we're covering bowling on CMNTV. Hope you're enjoying this coverage. We'll start it off here in the first frame. On lane number 18, here's the first roll there by Connor Harris. Got it. Nice job by Harris. Just started out right. Blackhawk will counter with a spare opportunity. 2 shy that time. Nice job by the Berkley Bears to take that first matchup 121 to 116. It came down to the wire as we kind of expected it to. It was developing that way ever since the beginning. Michael Russo, the man you see in your screen there, he's going to lead off every Baker match for this squad and does a nice job to pick up those 2 pins for a spare. So a spare and a strike to begin Baker match number 2 here on CMNTV. Ethan McFarland, the second man for the Bears, comes home with this one. And just one shot. This is Gudeman, the number 2 man for the Blackhawks. He'll look for a spare opportunity as well. McFarland trying to finish what he started. And just off. To the left, just a shot. Fairly tough one for Gudeman. He picks up one. Curving ball, maybe curved a little bit too much for the liking there of Josh James. To the left of the pocket it flew. Number 3 man, Nicholas here in Baker number 2. Trying to slam him, a strike is too short. James looking to clean it up here. Does a solid job of that. Knocks on all 4 here in frame number 3. So a spare for each of these 2 teams. A strike as well so far for the Berkley Bears. As that one curves off to the left. .33 on the side of the Blackhawks. Throw second here. Looks like a clean release there. Just shy of the strike by 1 on the left side. Back to the 9 on his first opportunity here in the second Baker game. A sidewinding throw there. Went down. Leaning it was to the left. Finally went down. Lucky number lane 18 there. That one didn't go the way he anticipated. Just rolled through the gutter that time. So we're through 4 for both of these 2 squads. A 33 and a strike on the other side for Bloomfield. 56 is the number for the Bears. Blackhawks to throw first. Blackhawks to strike it off first here in the 5th. That's Austin Tarlecki with a nice job. Buchanan trying to answer. Oh, just one shot. Some more oohs and ahs. The fans here thought that might have fallen as well, just to the right, but it stayed on up. The chance for a nice cleanup spare here by Drew Buchanan. Here it comes. Got it. Nice round of applause from his Bears teammates. Just to my left. Both of these two teams kind of peaking here in Baker game number 2. Blackhawks to throw first here. That's their number 1 man, Rousseau. And able to hammer that one home easily. Harris trying to throw the counter punch. You bet. Nice pin action on the throw there by Harris, I beg your pardon. Bloomfield team working on a turkey, looking for more. Here it comes, down the center. No, off. Exploding pin went to the right side, but two still stand there, you see. Pretty good from the start, but three stand and a deadly split there on the right lane for the Berkley Bears. Frame number 7. And doesn't get anything out of that throw. See if he goes for it all, or just the two to the left side. Went for the 2, but split the 5-hole that time and got 0 as once again this will round out our frame number 7. 117 reads the right screen. That is for the Bloomfield Blackhawks. On the other side is an even 100. Berkley Bears. The Blackhawks to strike first, and they strike. They strike that time. James trying to answer, cannot. He leaves 3 open. Nice job by James to finish things off there. Ends it in the spares. There's been considerable amount of spares and strikes compared to the Baker number 1 game. Just these two teams kind of settling in here in Baker number 2. Bears to roll it on home, and it's just shy. Looking for connection. Knocked that one down the middle, but no luck. Down to the right at left 4. With 6 and an 8. These two teams in frame number 9. Down 1 on that second try. Puts them at 127. We head to the final frame. Oh, nice job there. Hit action to slide it and hit the one on the near side and knock it down. Nice slash on the screen. Means another spare. This Bloomfield squad trying to recover and come back from that first Baker game, which they lost in a tight one, 121 to 116. Buchanan, the first to throw here in frame number 10. He got it. Nice job. Can Tarlucky answer? No, that one ever so slightly spins across, threatening to knock down that other pin, but it just wouldn't fall. Second delivery for Buchanan. 2 in a row. Nice pin action there once again. Looking for a turkey to end down this Baker number 2 game for the Berkley Bears. Tarlucky for one extra roll. He got it. Buchanan trying to end it on a good note. Looked pretty good, and he got it. A turkey for Drew Buchanan, who sits in the 5th spot for this Berkley Bears team. Nice way to end out this Baker number 2 game. Tarlucky with his last roll, and he got it as well. So an impressive performance by these two teams. .57 the final score for Berkley. 176 for the Blackhawks there compared to the 157 by the Berkley Bears. There's your final here in Baker number 2. We'll be back with more right here on CMNTV.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Welcome back to Hardfield Lanes, everyone. We are into our individual rounds now between these two teams. This matchup will feature Connor Harris and Michael Russo, two of the top two bowlers for this Blackhawks and Bears squad. There you see Harris setting up. Very deliberate motion as he delivers it on home and got it to go at the end. Played with him just a little bit, but slammed back home. A nice strike here on lane number 17. So a 9-pin and a 0 for Rousseau. The strike by Harris. And Rousseau is too shy that time. Josh James with that delivery. On the other side for the Blackhawks, it is Nature. He's able to get that one. James to clean it up. And nearly did. Got the hard one to fall, but that middle one stood tall. So a couple spares early on for the Blackhawks. Their number 3. That's O'Gurry. And doesn't do anything that time. O'Gurry trying to recover here on lane number 18. Sets it up nicely. And got 3. Able to establish something out of that tough throw to begin his day. Not roll in Baker 1 or Baker 2, as that one is slammed home twice. Shy by 1. Connection on that one for Josh Thielen. This will be Drew Buchanan now. And Buchanan, big curve on that ball. Just can't get it to go. Well, Baker, number 2, he finished it off with a turkey. Can't finish any better than that, as that one rolls off to the right. Buchanan to clean it up. You bet. Back to the 2 number 1s. And he shows you why he's number 1. That time, Russo calmly delivers his strike. Just shy. Sorry, that wasn't Russo. That was Connor Harris for the Berkley Bears, who just delivered a strike on the other end. This is McFarland. And falls too shy to the left. That's nice action on that one, but shy just by 1 that time. Farland for the spare. Got the deuce. Nice job. Blackhawks rolling that one on home and knocking them all down that time. And Brandon Nature with the strike. Ball is 3 shy. The other side for the Blackhawks. The delivery, it's up and 4 shy. Tough bounces early on here for Shintaro or Geary. The third man in this lineup for the Blackhawks. And got that spare. Nice job. Geary now trying to get his game back on track. Just slides to the left. Josh James. The Bears team is 1 shot. Fair that time. Good action on that from the left side of the lane. Stays up in the air though. James to finish it off. He does. That a lot more, especially throughout the. I guess the bowlers that don't bowl all too much as these guys do a lot, obviously, because they competing for their high school teams. But characterized a little bit more along bowling alley. Wow, that one just wouldn't fall. Tough luck miss that time. Josh Stevens for the Blackhawks. On the other side, and that one slammed home. Easy money that time. Just lines to the right, a little bit frustrated with himself. There's Bennett Hart. Up a little bit now as see the final goal here for the Bears in this lineup. Here's Buchanan. We're gonna have 5 strikes in a row if you go back to the Baker game. He can't be stopped. That's 6 in a row. A turkey here to begin his individual round in this OAA bowling matchup. Thank you for tuning into our coverage here today, Jeremy. Doing a nice job. Hartfield Lanes. And that one. Split. Challenge him a little bit. Here in frame number 3. There, but he's still able to knock down one. Farland stepping up there now for Berkley. A 9 and a 0 in frame 1, and then an 8 and a spare. Frame 2 has been his day so far in this individual round. Just falls 1 shot. telecast here today. The two Baker games, they split. Berkley took the first one, Bloomfield the second one. Very high scoring affair compared to the first time around. Beautifully knocked down that one. Trying to danger once again. The spare. Shy for the Berkley Bears. Shintaro Orjuri trying to kind of feel out this game here today. Struggled a little bit early on. Total of 12 so far for him. Much better on that one. These two unattended. Not unattended on his left is not going to the spare. Farman. Josh James now trying to feed off his teammate there. Both number 3 bowlers up at the moment. James will go next with Jury after him. James. The velocity behind that ball. To left 3, and Jury got it to fall. Slides to the left. And maybe that's where his turnaround starts. Gets himself a nice spare. They're not taking out the spare or a strike to the first 2 frames. James looking for the safer zone. Wasn't an occurrence that time. Roll out for the Blackhawks. One that just falls shy to the left. It's outside the pocket, maybe not enough connection on that time. And then hard to play it down. Wobbles on the end, but stays on call. And 8 on his first roll, the second one. It's a 0 that time, unfortunately, for the Blackhawks squad. Leaves him with 35 through 3 frames. Berkley picks up 2. With 27. Soft roll that time. Needs 3. Drew Buchanan has been on fire tonight. That one to go. Boy, oh boy, there's no stopping him right now. On fire ever since the end of that second Baker game. Nice pickup spare on lane number 18. Back to the top of the lineup for Berkley. That's Connor Harris. Same story for the Blackhawks. Michael Russo delivers the first and starts off great for the right way. Nice X on the score sheet for him. Oh, doing the same as Harris on the other side for the Bears. Sorry, that's McFarland, the number 2 man. remaining. Bear just missed to the right side. Soft spinning roll that time. Ball short. Those 2 pins on either side. Unlucky for both the Bears and the Blackhawks. Hurry up for Bloomfield. James for the Bears in just a second. Nice follow-up there by O'Grady. Had a really rough start. James, nice connection there as well, but he needs one. Fury with a 35 coming into this 4th frame. Just cranked off a 9. Now looking for the spare on the right side. Fortunately, kisses the gunner that time. James doesn't do that. He finds it right down Broadway, right where the pit was, and he slams it home. Sidewinding curves just to the left of the pocket on the left side. That one rolls through the gutter. We've seen a couple of those. The last 2 tries for both of these 2 squads now. Both of these are number 4 bowlers. And that one picked up fairly easily. Made it look that way. For the Blackhawks, onto their 5th bowler. And the 2nd. Karlak. Hart with that one. Bennett Hart. To pick up a fair amount after hitting everything his first time out. Spurs off the left and shy by 4. We'll see if Buchanan, Drew Buchanan. He was pretty impressive run. Spare is trying to strike his last 3, and we'll try for another spare here. One. Buchanan try is just shy. First time he's missed one spare, I think, today. Your score so far, 269 to 282. That is in favor of off the 5th frame. It's a nice charm there. This team on the other side. Something about the start of this 5th frame, and something about these top 2 bowlers in Connor Harris and Michael Russo. I get to start it off here on lane 17 and 18. Nice wide shot. You see some of the fans that have shown out for the matchup here today. Jeremy had to bring the call here for CMNTV. That one falls shy there by McFarland. Blackhawks will counter now with Brandon Ager. It's fairly good. Got the extra slide to the left to knock those 2 home, but 1 still remains. Same story on the other side. Here it comes. Just couldn't kiss the pin on the right side that time. Fell just short. James, he's been pretty consistent today. Near wondering how it didn't. Gold just head in frustration. That one does go on the other side for the Blackhawks. So James working on a 54 plus the 9 that he has in this 5th frame. 40 is the mark right now. Toro Unguri. He did not bowl in the Baker games, but is making his debut here today in these individual throws. He's definitely picked it up the last few. A strike and a 9 that he has worked on. Really good delivery there, just offset to the left a little bit. That's the difference that we'll see between the short spare of 1 and fairly long spare of 3 remaining here in the middle stages of this OAA bowling matchup. Fury with 3 to work with. James still waiting on the other side. Bit of a problem with his lane on this 17 there. Waiting for that to be resolved. Meantime, O'Geary delivers it home just shy to the left. Back, everyone, as that lane issue was finally resolved. James, after all that anticipation and waiting that he had to think about it there, just couldn't knock that one home. Slides to the right. The slight delay there just to lane 17, the left lane up and going is 16 ready to roll here. Oh, nice swing back action to the left. Falls 1 shy. One up. And wobbling, and it falls down. Leaning to the right. They get the friendly roll that time. One doesn't roll friendly, unfortunately, for the Blackhawks. Falls wide of the gutter to the right. Right now stands at 339 to 324. And still in favor of Berkley, and this starts to go down to the wire just a little bit. Comes home shot. Just to get you back into shape here, these are the number 5 in-line bowlers here. Austin Karlecki is the man you see right now for Bloomfield. Just rolled an 8 on his first try that time, coming off a 7-0, then a strike and a spare before that in the 2nd and 3rd frames, and that one will give him another 0 on the 2nd roll. There isn't anybody hotter right now than Drew Buchanan. That started all the way back to the 2nd Baker game when he struck out. That's a good thing in compared to baseball. And the turkey to finish the 2nd Baker game. Looky there, another strike. It's 3 to roll down in the end. Back to each team's number 1. Counter here is for Berkley. We just got that one to go. This is Michael Russo. Flips it high up in there, a little bit too high, but gets it to go anyway. You can tell that Russo didn't like the way that came off his hand, but when it ends up in a strike, it's all that really counts, I guess. And just like that, he has delivered a turkey as well. So frames 4, 5, and 6, good ones for Michael Russo. This is the a tough spare opportunity there. Does get 2 to fall. That one. Nice action with the strike that sends all of them home. Second in a row. McFarland kisses the lane. The pins. Falls down late that time. Curry says, wait a minute. One more throw for Sotaro. Come together, pick up the spare that time for the Berkley Bears. Here is James now. It's been a long time. That's why we had that long delay. And again, he comes up with the same result as the first spare. Follow-up opportunity that time for Drury. Just one shy of the spare. James's try. It's rolling. It is through. Number 4 man for the Blackhawks, you seniors, green their Travis Thielen. Thielen with 63 plus that 8 you just saw fall down. Thielen splits to the upright, if you will, there, and able to get both. 4 spare for him. Total score 410 to 401 in favor of Berkley. Goal here in frame number 6. Strikes and spares have settled down a little bit. We saw a lot of them in Baker game number 2. There's somebody that knows something about strikes and spares. Drew Buchanan. Just one shot. Pick that one up either. Just glides into the gunner that time. Buchanan for another spare? No. Just off to the right. Now 428 to 410. Means our score as we head to the 7th frame. 101 for the man that threw the ball there. I think 109. And cleaning up nicely there to start the 7th frame. Starts it with a turkey there. All right, check that. That's 4 in a row. 4 strikes in a row for Rousseau. Harris picks it up. Now, Blackhawks send up Brandon Nager once again. First side for the Barons, it's McFarland. McFarland picking up his spare his last time up. Needs to knock down 2, need to knock down 1 for that same result. Nager with a fairly tough shot coming up here in frame number 7. Can't get anything that time. Went down the gut of the lane. And then boom. An even tougher shot. He just goes for the 1, it looked like. Fury will get another hack at it here. Standing at 56. And his score. It's a 5 that time. James. What a curve on that one. Went down, leaves 4. Fury to try to clean this one up. Already split the difference as far as pins goes here in this 7th frame. Can he split the difference again and get them all? No, just 2 shots. James looking for a triple here. 2. I mean, that was 4 pins. There's one hiding in the back on me there. Fury now at 64. James with 87. Team scores 469 to 464. Very tight right now. And that is in favor of Berkley. Shot by the Blackhawks will give them a slight advantage before this next roll. On the other side by Bennett Hart. The concentration as he pipes that one down. Leaves 3. Curve on that one, curved the wrong way in fact. Leaves him with 91. 7 on this try so far for Bennett Hart. Able to get 2 more. Pushes score to 72. Nice strike. Get back into things a little bit. 88 was his score coming into that. And again, that is Austin Tarlecki. Drew Buchanan with a 105 through 6. Ethan McFarland coming up now for the Bears. Rolls in home. Nice action on that one, but falls just 1 shy. Again, we stand at 503 to 492 in favor of the Berkley Bears here. Buchanan again. Got it. Nice veteran pickup there by Drew Buchanan. Looks like he knows he's going to get those when he steps up to the lane. Far off to the left on that try for McFarland. One. Major that time. Got a strike a short time ago. And his ball lifted way up in. That was in fact in the last frame in the 7th. 131 for him so far. And balls for short. Other end for the Bears. The lane well, meets the pins well as 4 will all fall down. Nice pickup there as well. So it's fair game. Picking up a little bit more for these 2 teams. Set up a potentially tough split that time. It finally does. James on the other side says hello and delivers a strike. strike that pushes the score to a 1-point deficit right now for the Berkley Bears. 5:27-5:26. Tin made a bid to knock the other one down. It stays ball that time. Oh, that ever so slightly grazes the right side of the pin that time. Able to hammer it home in the end for another spear. Same story on the other side. Slow pursuit down the lane, but anything that counts. Fury back up there. Picks up 2 on his first try that time. Down to boundary. Here was a nice pin action there to pick up a tough strike. Knocked down quite a few. Off the hand, but leaves 3. Right now, trying to catch up a little bit. Number 1. Yeah, now lose 4. We're in the 8th frame on the right side, 9th frame on the left. That one saw the pins explode, but not quite enough. Down that stingy one to the right. Blackhawks able to pick it up. Again, they still play catch up a little bit here. Total for the Bears, 556. On the other side for the Blackhawks, 564. These two teams have kind of been going back and forth the last few, but the advantage for the most part has been on the side of the Bears so far. That one goes on down. Another strike on the board. There you see it, the X on the right of your screen. Gutter ball delivered that time. These are the Blackhawks. This is Ethan McFarland, the number 2 for the Berkley Bears. Jury now. Come up again. He's coming off a nice spear. He's only getting 4 pins on his first shot. Put a bit on that one and picks up a strike. It's a tough one as well. Able to get a good amount out of it, however. Curving to the right side of the pocket that time and slams it on home. Interesting fair pickup there if they can get it. 579 to 636. The gap is widening now all of a sudden for the Blackhawks. As far as their lead fall. 9th frame of action between these two squads. Here on CMNTV, Jeremy out to bring the call along with the whole crew. Did a great job. Lanes and a beautiful fair pickup on lane number 17. The big one for the Bears. Blackhawks countering with only one. James gets a lot of mustard on his ball. Leads 3 that time. A lot of hit action. Some of that velocity that you see. And it was the delay that we saw pretty much in smack dab in the middle. This individual round caused by his ball. Left one pin up there. Didn't leave any that time as he picked up the 3-pin spare. It's all Bears right now. The left side of the lane currently. James with 107 before that last spare. On the left side. Ball short for Bennett Hart. Way to the right. Didn't get as much as he wanted to on that one. Looking to go for that outside pin and slam the other one to the left. So with that, 6:59 to 6:16, still in favor of Bloomfield. Bud on the pins that time. 2 stand tall as Cannon again will step up. Fifth place bowler. Fair to Connor Harris, the first place bowler for the Berkley squad, and so close is Buchanan. Every time you go up there, you kind of breathe a sigh of relief if you're the Blackhawks when he doesn't strike out. Pin on top of a pin. Easy money, says Connor Harris. Buchanan trying to say the same here. Delivery is good. It's down and then just to the right. This is the 10th frame right now for Connor Harris. Final one. Gives him 8. To a finish of 156 that time. Going for extra now with the Blackhawks is Russo. Need to knock down 2 for this spare and another chance added here. Ethan McFarland once again. Able to get that. And then send them all home in the end. Nice job as he strikes. On the other side, to pick up the spare, no, as it curves to the left. So his final total, 175. The registers on the board. Not able to strike on a second chance opportunity here, so one more ball for him. Gonna knock down that spare. Decided to see a same opportunity. Same 2 pins as well. And got it to go. Good job by McFarland. Finishes it off. Major on the other side for the Blackhawks. Farland with 160 to finish his day. James trying to finish it off right to look for a spare now. An 8 in the spare. All right, check that. 7 in the spare is last time for James. Looking to get a fresh 10 if he can knock this down, and that is in the cards as looks to keep on going. side. And a strike. For the Bloomfield Hills Hawks. That signals Jury after this throw by James. And James was right on the money, it looked like, but kept one standing. That will finish out James at 144. Murray trying to finish his day off. He struggled. He hit a strike last time up. Leaves 3 here. 96. The mark right now for Bennett Hart, trying to improve on that. Oh, he does. Team total 719, 701 in favor of the Berkley Bears right now. Trying to finish this thing out. Gurry has a bit at it, but leaves it there, and that'll be the end of his day. 112 after the 7 and the 2 here in the 10th frame. Leading one for the Bears is Bennett Hart. Now Josh Thielen. Couple pins for him. Raises the left of the pin. Has a nice slash on his score sheet to finish it off. And so does he. Last man up for the Bears is Drew Buchanan. 729 to 725. Right now in favor of Berkley. Buchanan to come up now, trying to come up big for his team and separate the gap a little bit. The anticipation, the delivery, it is through the gap, he got it. On the other side now. Oh yes, off the nice roll. That's the way you want to finish your day, with a strike. .739, 735. Another one by Buchanan. No. Just shy. You saw his teammates right left kind of separating. I think they thought they might have had it. Not the case though. This is Tarlucky. Races the pins and leaves 2. Buchanan for the final time, trying to finish it off right. He does. Knocks it home. Finishes with a spare, a strike, and and a strike and a spare in the last 4. So one more for Bloomfield to decide this vote around. He got 1 in the end. So your final, 749 to 744, and that is in favor of Berkley. So these two teams split the Baker matches. Berkley able to take home this first one. Again, 749 to 744 in favor of the Berkley Bears. We'll step aside and come back with more here on CMNTV. All right, ready to start this second individual competition here as the Bears looking to start it off right there with Connor Harris. Just falls one shy. Same story on the other side for Michael Rousseau. It'll be Rousseau, Major, Jack Nicholas. That's the one change for the Bloomfield Blackhawks. And then John Thielen and Austin Tarlecki. Same order for the Bears. And Harris, McFarland, James, Hart, and Buchanan. For the Spirit to start it off here in the first frame, no. For Russo, no as well. So 2-9. And begin the first frame of action. We thank you for tuning in here on CMNTV. Once again, Jeremy out to bring you the call. And this OAA bowling matchup. Field Lanes, our location today in Berkley, Michigan. Glad you could tune in. Brandon Danger, you just saw deliver that ball. Now for the Bears, Ethan McFarland glides on forward. Unfortunately, that glided to the right of the fin. Danger once again. Got that one to fall. Early score 17-16 in favor of the Bloomfield Blackhawks. Nice connection there by James. Got it to fall. We've seen from Jack Nicholas. Oh, sure, you gotta feel that he hasn't warmed up for about an hour or more, so his first couple of shots will pretty much be his warm-ups. And then hard. Unable to get that one. I take that back. Jack Nicholas did see some action in the Baker #2 spot, but it's still been a little while since he's rolled it down the lane for this Bloomfield Blackhawks squad. 37-27. The lead for Berkley now. They won that last individual contest here. Second ball comes down and falls. All of them to the lane. They all fall into the lane. Excuse me there. Buchanan, definitely the leader on this Berkley Bears squad. Always confident as he steps up there, delivers, no difference there, but slides a little bit too much to the left in the pocket that time. Just played bowlers for both of these two squads. Tarlecki against Buchanan. Tarlecki leads one. Nice swing shot there on Buchanan. Not the way exactly he wanted to start this first frame. A little bit of frustration. He heads back towards his coach. #47, 46, a tight match. Here to start this second one. One ball shy. Back to the top here for Connor Harris. Harris lands at home. Yep, as he, you see that one spinning around. on that. Slides into the gutter. Has a smile as he heads back to greet his teammates. Both of those pins, wow. One falls down, one stands tall. And one more try on the other side. This one sees some nice pin action. One still stays up in the middle. 71-65 for the Blackhawks. They're trying to get the victory here in this second individual matchup between these two squads. Both of these two teams were able to split the Baker matches. Winning the first one 121-116. Second one was much more high scoring. The two teams kind of settled in. James too shy that time. James with an early strike to begin this second one. Just cranked off an 8 as you saw there. He granted the lane once again for the second time in a row. No problem. Nice fist pump after that. He was gonna make it. James has been solid and consistent here today in the middle of this lineup for the Berkley Bears. That last one makes it 85, the total for Berkley. One falls home as well. Landed hard. Throw it the hardest. The softest out of his team, but he is definitely consistent for this Bears squad as well. Don't always have to throw it hard, just have to hit it in the right spot, as this one leaves 2. But in that upright celebration of the Super Bowl Sunday. You can elbow again. Knocks all 10 of them down. On this one with a 7 and a 1. That's a very struggle for him, and then the strike right back. That's not surprising at all that he is able to strike it out home. Score 115-103 in favor of the Bears. Blackhawks will catch up with the 2 guys bowling on either side now. Again, we're stations at lane 17 and 18. Here today in this matchup. Hartfield lanes. Berkley, Michigan. Riding on home. Kind of a spike on that. Pin down the middle, trying to knock down the one on the nearest to the left gutter that time, but not so. Late action. Use that one. Lead to another strike for the Blackhawks. Went by quite quickly as you're heading into the third frame now for both schools. As you will see, Connor Harris leaded off the third for the Berkley Bears. Harris with a 9-pin strike. Make it 2 strikes in a row. On his way to a turkey. Buchanan already has one of those today. .135, 133. Once again, it was tight. That last one was tight all the way down to the end. Didn't expect much less from this one here now, as a tough pickup. Too shy once again. For the Bears, McFarland. You see James come up next as McFarland leaves 2 out there. Delivery by Nicholas. Splits the pair that time. Second one, a lot of action again by Josh James. JJ again leaves 1 right down Broadway to pick up the spare once again. 39 for James, not including that 9 he just hit. $161 to 150 reads the scoreboard right now in favor of the Berkley Bears. That helps as well by James. Like a nice roll, just to the left it flew. Time for Thielen. Now with his Hart. And Hart goes right down the heart of the lane. Gets another X on his score sheet. Action on the other side. Here by Bloomfield. Jumping up for the Bears is Buchanan. Drew. An 8 and a strike to his credit the first 2. Getting another 8 here in his first try in the third. 198 to 168. Favor of Berkley right now. That'll help for the Blackhawks as the spare falls home. Next in Tarlecki battles against Buchanan here in the 5th spots in these 2 lineups. Good away matchup. Dang, that one comes home as well. Fist bumps on the Berkley Bears side here for Buchanan as he heads back towards the team. Connor Harris delivers one just a little wide that time. Same story for Rousseau, maybe even a little bit more. He leaves 4. 3 on the other side for Harris. Well, Harris was going for the turkey coming into this 4th frame, but obviously won't do that here. Tries to pick up spare instead. Picks up 1 on that 3 try. $25 to 176. Few more there on that spare. First spare here, this individual number 2. We've seen a split in the Baker matchup. We saw 1 win so far for the Bears here in this style of play. Blackhawks trying to battle back and take 1 each to even it on up. Brandon Nager working on an 8. Worked it into a spare in the end. Second chance on the other side. Doesn't get anything that time. Down there just falling 1 shy. Here comes James. Spinning ball and sends them all home. 299 now in favor of the Berkley Bears. Here on CMNTV. That is Bennett Harn, you just saw. That is Nicholas, he misses the spare. Hart looking to finish out his 4 strong here and sends one down behind. $79-2 away. Really, the Bears in the last couple of frames have taken hold of this matchup a little bit more. The strike by Buchanan. All in one short. Buchanan with a 46 coming into this board. Strike and a spare is last 2 times out. One falls to the right and out. Buchanan with a tough shot. See if he can get it to go. Nearly just fell a little bit to the left. He's got one at least. Just want to salvage at least one in those kind of situations. See a couple black marks on either side of the screen now. First one to deliver there was Tarlecki. Then back to the top for Russo. Again, he lifts that up in the air a little bit as he meets the lane. Likes to do that every time as it works to perfection that time. Another X on the score sheet with the top holder in this lineup for the Blackhawks. Back again to Tarlecki. Kisses the lane nicely. Kisses a couple that time. Blues scored a 66 after 4. Things are trimming up a little bit now. 296-258 still in favor of the Berkley Bears. Connor here to send this one home. Tough result there for Connor Harris. We'll see how he handles it. First on the other side, picking up one is Nature. Let's see what the strategy is by Harris. Looks like he just tried to pick up one, just couldn't do it though. Tough situation, even to pick up one at times. In action on the other side by Jack Nicholas. One still standing for him. Opportunity for Berkley. Nicholas. That went in on tight on the gutter. Unfortunately for him, it falls in the gutter. 311-268. Blackhawks have gotten close, but just haven't had that separation moment. They were able to have a little bit in this first match of this style. They all throughout, but in the end, Berkley was able to pull it out. James to deliver, working on a spare and a strike. And we'll look to have his second spare in 3 opportunities now. There's the sidewinding throw. leaves one up top. Josh Thielen. James. Knocked the one down. So Josh, another spare for this Berkley squad. Nice. Here by Austin Tarlecki. Bennett Hart now. Meets the floor well. Meets the pin fairly well, but leaves one. Up now is Connor Harris, the top man in the lineup here for the Berkley Bears. Hart looking to finish off this spare strong. Looks like he will. Oh, it just curves wide to the left. Score reads 342 to 287. Nearly impacted even further with a strong throw by Connor Harris. Somehow that one still stands up in the air on the left side. Cannon working on a score of 55. Bingo. Nice follow-up strike. That one falls short for Connor Harris on the other side, however. Now 361 to 287. But this is almost a comfortable lead, you could say, for Berkley. Bloomfield trying to come back here is lifted on up. Nearly lifted all of them down. Two remain standing for Michael Russo on lane 18. To lane 17. That's McFarland. Keeps two. So a little bit frustrated as he heads back towards us here to our left in the bench, as well as this one. Oohs and ahs behind me is sit maybe a little bit to the right and to the middle, where we wanted to go to the left maybe a little bit more, and that one have fell down. James, tough go about on his first throw there. Ball by Nager looks pretty good. Hits the pocket well and sees them all fly. James trying to follow it. Nice opportunity, nice. As it slides left to right. Does that pin to knock the last one down? Man working on 42 right now. Trying to get that same pin action. Stays up though for Nicholas. Just on the other side remains up in the air for Bennett Hart as well. 393 to 324, your score in favor of Berkley as they bowl here in the 6th frame. Here on CMNTV, we're planning to tune in for this bowling match here in the OAA. Easy make there by Nicholas. Is it the same on the other side? No, it just falls through the gutter. Still maybe seeing an opportunity to try to get back to this match. Tough luck miss there as it curved a little bit too late on it. That pocket in the other. Buchanan setting things up, coming off a strike at 55 through 4. Another strike, looking for Turkey his next time up in the 7th. Man that had a Turkey in the second Baker game. Yep, delivering those strikes. We fell into a individual contest. He had 2 to begin that, so 5 in a row in the end if you count them all from competition to the other. So these 3 still stand. Our lucky hoping they all fall here on this roll. Nearly. 413 to 359 still stands the score in favor of the Berkley Bears. This throw by Rousseau will finish up his first opportunities for his team in the 7th. For this pair. Bingo. Nice pick up that time. Eight after the strike performance in frame 6 for Brandon Nager. Been in this 2 spot every or all day for this Blackhawk squad. Harris been in the numbers 1 spot all day as well for the Bears, and he needs a few more than he'd like to. Pick up on the other side though by Brandon Nager. Hoist off the spare. Harris about to deliver now. Leon 87. Adds his spare to his repertoire here in the 2nd there. 3 more to go. Nice connection on that one. Big strike by Jack Nicholas. Trying to give this Blackhawks team some hope. It's really been all Berkley Bears in the middle stages of this one. It's now 423 to 403. That's it. That's the gap for the Bears. Trying to make that a little bit bigger. That's the lead, I should say, for the Bears. Just a little shy. James to come up now for Berkley. Nice pickup. John Steele. James again with that hard throw. Really works out for him that time. A good couple of frames. Tarlakias strike and a spare, and as his 2nd strike in a row there, or 2nd strike in 3 frames, I should say. Strike, spare, strike. Speaking of spares, James hammers that one home. That sends up Bennett Hart for Berkley. His team only up 449 to 433. They'll be able to build upon that a little bit more here, though, as Connor Harris steps to the lane. I think these bowlers get a little tired, especially the Berkley ones. Bloomfield able to have 8 total guys on this roster on the varsity team, so they're able to sub in, you know, they can get a little bit of a rest some of their top guns, but the Bears have 5 that they will send out for everyone all throughout the season. Connor Harris once again looking to pick up this spare, beg your pardon. 2 more for him. So a number of 105 through 8 frames now. Ooh, tough split there for Buchanan. and probably his toughest shot of the day coming up next. He to put himself in that kind of situation, I don't think all night, really. McFarland. Trying to recover the TV the other side. Oh, he nearly knocked them all down. Tough shot for Buchanan. He goes to two votes from all, in fact, as it slid just a little bit behind the pin, hugging the far gutter that time. 5:09 to 4:33. The mark right now for the Berkley Bears. Just able to graze the right side of that pin. McFarland. Now comes James, but on the other side first is Michael Rousseau. The ball lifts up in the air. 2-8 for a total of 89 on the other side. James able to get the roll to the right. A strike for Josh. Holds the number 3 spot in this lineup for the Berkley Bears. Of 8 on the other side. 10 go down. It's a strike. The second for him. He's 120. And you saw throw the ball there. It'll stay at that mark. Through 8 frames now. Got a friendly ball that time to Jack Miklas. Jack was working on a spare, a strike, now looking to possibly get another spare, and a spare that he had in the 6th. He also knocked down 9 in the first try. 110 for Buchanan. He'll step up next. But first it's Miklas. Got it. Nice poised roll that time. 546 to 481. Lead for the Bears. Buchanan trying to separate even more, but one still stands near gutter. Now 119. And that one picked up. Here come the Blackhawks again a little bit. War is still left up in the air. Blackhawks on either lane right now. A little catch up here. Another split set up. 5:55 to 5:30. Bows has been in a little while. That was going to be a tough thing. Michael Russo. Lucky, trying to get at least one, but again, goes to the 5-hole. The runner that time by Nature. Needs one standing. Connor Harris sitting at 105 as we head into this 9th frame. For the first bowler for the Bears in the 9th. Yep. Got them all to fall down. Nice pickup. Well, there's by Nager for the Blackhawks. Nicholas now called upon for Bloomfield Hills. He'll go second here to McFarland. He's working on a spare after picking up 9 his first row. 81 before then the 7th. And turns to the left. 3 still stand tall on lane 18. Nicholas now trying to slam the ball home. That pesky pin though on the near gutter stays up. 579 to 570, kind of going down to the wire here as we head to the 9th and 10th frame. That would have been a good pickup if he could have slammed it home. Farland just misses the middle pin that time as here's the second delivery by Miklas. It'll hug the gutter. It'll stay out, but stay in the gut of the lane that time. Pin will stand tall. James finds one just to left of the pocket that time. Just head towards the lane to see if that last one would wiggle its way on down, but it stayed up in fact. Looks like a good delivery. James down. Oh, nearly got a little lucky on that one. Settles for 9. He will settle for a score of 158. With one more frame to pick up. Wow, that looked a lot better than it turned out. Tough split. Do the right one to the left. There's a nice strike on the other side by Austin Tarlecki. And not getting anything. That's a tough go about for Berkley, especially with this tight matchup right now. 606 to 598 is the difference. A difference of only 8 pins right now. So 2 Bears up and ready to go. First it will be Connor Harris. Yes, gets to the final one to fall. Buchanan looking for back-to-back for his team. Can he do it? The answer is no. Yes, he got it to fall. He gave up on it for a second, but it fell in the end. And a strike there for Buchanan. Connor Harris now. His shot. Michael Rousseau leaves 2. Rousseau coming into this 10th frame with 105. Harris with a 131. He's working on a strike and a 6. Trying to knock down these 4. Final spare, and he gets it to explode. On the other side, got it to fall as well. So Rousseau able to clean it up here in the final frame. So McFarland on the left side, but first it will be Brandon Nager. I take that back, Rousseau, as on his second try there. It's 8. Finishes with a 123. Here's McFarland in the 10th. Nearly kicks it off with a strike, but stays up there. Came into this frame with an 87. Add 9 to that is, gee, another tough split. This one earlier. Too long to go by Berkley as well. This time it's Brandon Nager that will have to deal with this tough shot. After that roll, the finish is 96 for Buchanan, and a gutter ball for Nager, which will round out his score at 146. Total 661 to 630. Favor Berkley. Nice job by Josh James coming out from the clutch and giving the Berkley Bears a bigger lead. One delivered on the other side by Nicholas. Leaves 2. James trying to strike out here in the 10th frame. Has an opportunity to do so. One more ball for that try. Buchanan was able to do that at the end of the second Baker round. Nice cleanup by Nicholas on the other side. James cannot get the turkey to end the 10th, but his score is a solid 186. Nice pin action on that one. Jamal the fall coming to this front with coming to this frame with 127 is Bennett Hart. On the other side, Nicholas finishes his day with a 127. Second ball. Oh. Just shy of 2 strikes in a row. Curved the wrong way, a little bit too late that time. With the Blackhawks. So we will see on this row how Bennett Hart will finish out today. 7:08 to 6:54. The advantage for Berkley. They've had an advantage pretty much all this match so far. We'll see if they can finish that off here in the last one. That one falls home. Split. He gets 1. So Hart with 147 in the end for the Bears. 117 for Josh Thielen. And just 2 bowlers left here in the 10th frame. 7:09 to 6:55. The advantage for the Bears. Here is Buchanan. The finish on a strong note. Nearly does with a strike there, but leaves 1. Tarlecki with his final couple throws. Let me get that one. 7:27 to 6:71. Looks like Berkley has this one in hand. Buchanan just trying to fan his own stats there as he slides one to the left, back to the gut, the lane there. And we'll finish with 147. Tarlecki cannot pick that one up though, as leaves 1. He finishes with a 160. So again, your final in this one, 7:27 to 6:73. We thank you for tuning into our first ever coverage here of bowling on CMNTV. I think it's been pretty successful for how it how it ramped up here today. We were able to see a pretty exciting match here today between these 2 squads. So again, you see your final score there, 7:27 to 6:73 in favor of Berkley. For all our crew here at CMNTV, I'm Jeremy Adams.